What's going on YouTube? This is Reaper556 coming back again with you with another video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Every little bit helps me be successful as a YouTuber. Today's video is going to be about why when you're at the range, you're off on your shots and you're off anywhere from about 3 to 5 MOA. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Alright YouTube, so today I will be shooting 4 mags. The first 2 magazines and the first 2 targets will be at 10 meters and will be at 20 meters. And this is without zeroing in my scope. And at the end of each segment, you will see a picture of the results of my shooting. So this first one is at 10 meters and this is the first 30 round mag. And the concept, what people have to understand when shooting is that you must zero in your sights, because if you don't, this is exactly where you're going wrong at, and this is the problem that people are not understanding when they go to the range to shoot. Accuracy is everything in the point of self-defense. So in this picture, this is at 10 meters and this is without any zeroing in. Alright, so as you can see, not bad, right? One would honestly think that. So at this target, this is 20 meters to be exact, and this is again not zeroed in, and this is my second mag. Now you look at the first picture and think that, okay, that's not that bad, but that's only because it's close. Wouldn't, in terms of far as rifle engagement, that's really a pistol distance. So you'll notice on the second picture here that my shots are very far spread out, and both of these shootings were a non-zeroed rifle or non-zeroed scope, so to speak. So that's what produced my results, and believe it or not, I was trying to aim for the X and no wider than the second ring in the center mass of the target. And that was my goal on each and every last one of these targets that I shot at, which was a total of 4. So in this picture coming up, you will see the noticeable difference from 10 meters to 20 meters in comparison from the second target. And feel free to pause or go back and compare the two if needed. Alright, so the third target is at 10 meters. Now what I'm doing right now, what I'm using at the end of my barrel is which is called a laser bore sight. They range from various prices, but if you want to really be accurate, if you're a hunter or if you just like target shooting practice, things of that nature, and you want to be accurate, this is where it comes into play. Whenever you're using a sight, you want to use a laser bore finder because that helps match your barrel up with your crosshairs on your sight, so wherever you point your rifle, it will be dead on. You see the laser at the end of that, at the end right there on that target. I want to line that laser with my crosshairs, and in doing so, when pulling the trigger, more than likely, if it's a good pull, it will be on my mark on my crosshairs whenever I pull the trigger. So this is done at 10 meters, and this is the third mag. Now I know people don't usually understand this, or have never been told, so that's why I want to get this information out to you people to understand that accuracy is key. It's not always about caliber, it's always about shot placement. And I stated that in an earlier video when I was demything stopping power. Caliber matters to a certain degree depending on the situation, but placement should always come first. It's always quality over, quantity, so to speak. So the third target, you might notice a difference from the first target that I shot at 10 meters, but not that much of a noticeable difference. But you can see the groupings were pretty much exactly the same, if not smaller. Now, on the fourth and final target, as I stated, this will be the fourth mag, and it will be at 20 meters. Now, for those you who don't understand, whenever you're zeroing, you never zero in just for the first time you zeroed it in at 10 meters. The further you go out, the further you would have to continue to keep re-zeroing in your scope, because you're changing the distance. And anyone knows that in ballistics, there is what is called bullet drop. Gravity, wind, anything of that nature affects how the bullet is going to land on whatever you're aiming at. So each time you change the distance, you must change the zeroing, because if you think that if you shoot at 10 meters and it's zeroed in, you're thinking you're good when you go further out. That's not the case. You have to change it. Otherwise, you'll be off, because your scope's zeroed in for 10 meters and not 20, or whatever range you're trying to shoot at. So that's another key factor into zeroing in your scope and making sure that everything is accurate as possible. And that's the main goal that you want to get into. Now, also, you notice as I begin to get ready to shoot at 20 meters is a further distance, so I want to be in a more comfortable position. That also affects your accuracy and your shooting at the range. Accuracy is very important, so you want to be in a more rested position the further you're trying to shoot at your target, because when you look and peer in through a scope, breathing patterns matter, trigger pull matters, and make sure that you want to not necessarily pull as in yanking, but you want to squeeze. It's a slow, firm squeeze, and that matters, because when you look through that scope, well, most snipers actually hold their breath when they shoot, and that determines their accuracy. So this is the fourth and final target. If you compare it to the second target at 20 meters without zeroing in, you'll notice a slight difference, but that matters. Once again, this is Reaper 556, and I would like to thank you for your time. And as always, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share my videos. It helps greatly. Thank you very much.